Stand up, Hexicans. Stand up. This is your time. Check this out. Donald Trump. I'm coming back to Butler. Historic. Now, I hope they don't see this, but I have rejected 2 important family member phone calls because I had an epiphany as soon as I saw this photo, okay? Okay, Hexicans? And I started creating this, and I looked at the phone. I go, no one's stopping me finishing this. This is my creation. I'm coming back to 10 cents! That's what we're doing here. That's what we're here for. Oh, friends. The attention to detail. Okay. Oh, man. This is going to be funny if it just keeps going. If it just keeps going. He's battling for his life against the corrupt SEC. It has to go up. I love it, friends. Oh, gosh. Stand up, Hexicans! Stand up. We're going to play some Cranky G music.
Listen to the fat bass.
Now, fight for your right to pump. Man, can you imagine if this goes all the way back up? Oh my gosh. Wow. Do you know how silly they're all going to feel? That's the most entertaining outcome. Hey, the curses are all lifted, friends. The curses are all lifted, all right? Do you know how, friends, I was discovering saints that I didn't even know existed, okay? I lit so many candles. I've been cleaning them out. Give me this one, give me this one, give me this one. I'm ushering in all the good spirits, all the saints are coming. Now, all the spirits have been helping us, friends. All the curses are lifted. They're all gone. All of them. And I really do mean all of them. Now I'm praying for other people that don't know what type of coffin dancing curse they've actually bestowed upon themselves. See that? That's actually, yeah, it's actually turned. It's turned so much, and I can actually see the future. I'm now praying for them. Like, oh, wow, they're really, really, really going to regret what they're doing right now in about 6, 12, 18, 24 months from now. So, Hex of 10 cents, we're bringing it back. They tried to assassinate our bull spirits, friends. Twice. Okay? PulseChain, the people's chain. I'm coming back! Having fun. Now, I just love this so much. Look at Hex, plus 10% today. Combine Hex 1.8 cents. By the way, if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're a soy boy virgin cuck, do you know how lucky you are? I am literally making the most noise a human could possibly make digitally. And you get to see a coin go up a 4x in 20 days. And I am here telling you, hey, Habibi Albi, it is still 36x back to its all-time high. You have now noticed something that was so dead, price-wise. It's gone up a lot, which you love buying green candles, right? But I know they're not going to do it. I know they won't. It's the mind of the market, okay? It's the mind of the market. Now, what price will they actually think it's not a scam anymore? I don't know, 10 cents? Friends, I'm telling you now, everything me and Johnny Chaos was saying, you're actually going to see it true, okay? People can't wait to buy something at 10 cents. They dream about $1. Wait, you'll see. Bitcoin, it's going to have buyers at 100K. Because they go, oh, it's 10x to flip gold. We're going to flip gold. You'll see it. So Hex is up 10% on today. This is PulseChain Hex, the protein version of Hex, okay, on PulseChain. Combined Hex is 1.8 cents. It's so, I mean, like, just we're giving it to you on a silver platter, dude. Like, what we have to sit through. Icosa, slingshot leverage on Hex. Now, something to know about Icosa, fans, just to show you, so slingshot works both ways, okay? It's like, it's double-edged sword. If the spear you're relying on goes down, otherwise known as anti-up, otherwise known as this direction, if that happens, you don't get the damage of the spear. You get the damage of the spear times 2, times 3, times 4. It's really hurtful. But it's not hurtful unless you sell. Okay, so this is what happened to Icosa. Now, Icosa, friends, this distance is a 10x. You see that? I'm going to write 10x to go back to around $1.30. So when HEX was 3 cents back in the year 2022, Icosa was $1.30 when HEX was 3 cents. Now, HEX is almost 3 cents again. It's like a less than a 2x to go. It's about a 2x to go. But if HEX is 2x to that zone, Icosa is 10x to that. But it takes time for the market to wake up. It's kind of like Bitcoin's back at its all-time high 60K now, but HEX was 55 cents back in September 2021. Now it's down to only 1.8 cents. That big gap, that's your alpha, that's your edge. That's where you know, oh wow, the market is giving this thing a 1% chance of survival, and the gap it has to close is 55 cents. And you know what? Maybe it doesn't have to close that. Maybe it has to close only the 35-cent gap. Well, guess what, man? That's still a 30x from here, 20x from here. It's still big. So I've written it nice and neat here for you. HEX 2x away, Icosa 10x away. Now, man, I've got some people asking me. So I have Lil Don Don. Shout out to my friend Lil Don Don. He says, do I rotate some APU into Icosa and Pika? Sir, look, I sent him a private video. Not private, it's public for everyone to see as well. When you're seeing leverage opportunities, it's a gift, okay? So let's say I had $10,000 of APU, okay? What every single person out there who's shilling a coin, what they'll tell you and me to do is they go, rotate the whole thing in. Of course they're going to say that, but I'm just telling you, hold. Firstly, not financial advice. If it goes to zero, your fault. But what I would do is I go, well, that 10 grand, consider like 10% slicing. Consider like, okay, well, Icosa and Pika, they are both leverage on the speeds of PulseChain, right? So I would personally, this is what I'll do. Take either 10 or 20%. So maybe 500, maybe you got 10 grand, right? Take like $500 or $1,000 slice, put it into Icosa, and $500 or $1,000 slice, put it into Pika, okay? Now, you basically barbelled yourself. Now, if PulseChain keeps going up, Pika might give you like 5x on what Pulse does. And if HEX goes up, Icosa might do the same thing too. You see? So, but what you've done is you've kept your core APU here. You don't have to hurt yourself. And I've also mentioned this to him as well, friends. You don't want to swap altcoins, man. You just don't want to swap them. It is turbo crack. Okay, you don't want to swap them, especially during a bull market. What you want to do is not financial advice. I'm wearing a Pikachu hat with a green jumper. I'm just telling you, it's a risky, but you spend your fiat first. Savings in your bank account, okay, you spend that first. That's first preference because that's depreciating the worst. Okay, that's debasing the fastest. So you spend your stable coins. You have Tether, USDC, the estrogen version of those pegged to $1 already. Okay, you spend those. You don't spend your PDI. Okay, you don't spend your PDI. So you spend those first. Then if you have Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can slice off them. That's the next preference. So you get stable coin, then Bitcoin, then Ethereum. And then like your biggest stack, I don't know, maybe you're sitting on like a big fat core of something, slice off. And then if you have a lot of coins, just like peel off a tiny bit from each one. Maybe you get like, $50 from like 5 coins and you do that. That kind of helps you so you don't have to like damage one coin. Because what people do is they see them like, okay, there's a money god over there and you've got like 7 children and you're like, all right, which kid am I going to sacrifice to the money god? No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to sacrifice one whole child of yours. What you do is you're like, okay, get this kid's hair, get the sweat of that kid, get the linen cloth of that kid. You know what I mean? Like you all jumble it up. That's what you want. You don't want to sacrifice a full child out here because it usually comes back to haunt people. Because on average, what people end up doing is they sell the thing that hasn't moved in the longest. Then it doesn't move for a while. But when it does finally move, you'll realize when it's too late, oh wow, there was no resistances, but you're going to feel bad when that happens. Now, of course, after witnessing a coin go down for this long, look, man, let's say you have no HEX exposure. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, by the way, you can still buy a Icosa cheap as hell. All right, really cheap. Problem is, it's small. The problem is not. It's your problem. If you're not in, that's your problem. We're already in. Okay, so I want you to learn from what's going on. So what I'm going to do now is just show you the HEX. Even look at combined HEX, right? Combined HEX moving up. just notice this curl up and notice how Bitcoin isn't 70 or 100K yet, and these things are just moving. You might say, oh, well, maybe there's a Richard Hart court case. Maybe there's a bit of a catalyst. Here's the thing. See, the catalyst is happening. You don't know how far it's going to go, though. You don't know how far. I mean, we could be looking at the top right now. It's very, very possible this thing comes down again. Yeah, of course it is. It is always possible. Just one of these days, it just does the, you know what? We're actually done with this area. It just does that. It will do that. And look, friends, I have sat here so many times thinking to myself, this is impossible. Who the hell is going to buy something at 6 cents when it was half a cent 60 days ago? Oh, brothers and sisters, I've been watching the meme coin crowd. That type of logic, out the window, dude. Out the window. Out the window. That's why I told you, friend. I tell you, people don't want to actually get wealthy. Okay? They want to move in line with their emotions. That's what they actually want to do. They want confirmation. They want someone to come here and they want Richard to come and stream. Okay? Look, friends, I promise you this, okay? People would rather buy HEX at 20 cents with Richard streaming and telling them this is the greatest asset known to mankind, we're going to flip gold. They would rather buy it at 20 cents rather than listen to me, Johnny Chaos, Toby, Matty Allen saying, you're a bit of a retardio if you're not buying at 1 cent or below, dude. Like, it's literally free money. Like, we've been sitting here forever. I'm saying this with a straight face, friend. There's no joke here. Just like with Bitcoin, okay? People would rather, the Wall Street guys, tell you Bitcoin's cheap at 150K because it still hasn't flipped gold yet. They would rather buy it at 150K instead of buy Bitcoin at 15K when that guy went on Joe Rogan and said, we're going to negative numbers, okay? You see that? They would rather buy Bitcoin at 150K than down here when Davey Soy Hoffman is crying, even when Richard Hart was calling for 10K, okay? So people, they really, really want to follow the crowd. They really want it. They come out here. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me it's good. Tell me it's bad. They actually want that. Then you realize, oh, wow, people aren't actually here to actually win, okay? Now, the good part is, so if you're always looking at this myopically, all right, you think, oh my gosh, no one ever wins because everybody's always following the crowd. No. Here's the thing. If you hold long enough, once you're finally in, the food, your yield that will come your way gets bestowed upon you by everybody else after you who's buying in. Okay, and the longer you hold, the more jackpot lottery features come your way. And what do I mean by that? Well, the longer you hold, you give yourself more chances to participate in the liquidity bucket fill when Bitcoin and Ethereum go up. Okay, and if you go further down, it's when the global liquidity index goes up. Okay, so that's what it is. It's kind of like just imagine, like friends, imagine just a slot machine. It's going to hit a feature 5 times a year. You don't know when, you don't know what day, just 5 times a year, right? And you're basically, if you hold for the whole year, you're like, wow, I get 5 chances for my thing to move up. But you don't know when. And that's why if anyone makes you any promises, you can't get any guarantees. But, you know, maybe 2022 sucked, which it did. 2023 sucked. Yes, it did. 2024 has sucked. Yes, it has. So everyone basically has given up on the jackpot lottery feature. And I'm telling you, no, just keep holding out. Because the best part about markets, especially with deep value contrarian assets with a very loud megaphone who are a cult, is you see all those times where the jackpot, you got basically 0 out of the machine. 0 like little candy jewels. What happens is once you finally get a hit, which is, you know, maybe Bitcoin goes up from 70K to 100K, and now HEX is hyper reacting, and you have, we're coming back to 10 cents. Once you finally hit that, you will see no resistances in the price book. You'll actually see none. And then it will be explained by the following. You see, well, there are a lot of people who wanted to sell HEX at 10 cents. Unfortunately for them, it never even hit 5. So all of them, friends, had to sell down here. You see all that? All those whales. So now when we go up, they're not here anymore. So that's why you might just see it could go up 15 to 20 cents. because you don't have all these resistances out here. Because what you actually realize is when people say, I want to sell at 10 cents, don't believe them. Don't believe them. When people say, I want to sell at this level, most of the time people want to sell, they're not telling you the full story. And they don't even know the full story themselves. They want to sell at 10 cents and they want it to pump in the next 90 days. And then what they don't tell you is they've already got one foot out the door. They're ready to sell, you see? And they will bargain and rationalize with themselves why it's good for them to sell basically, okay, I thought I was going to get $1 million from this hit. I'm going to I've got 80 grand in here. So, okay, I'm going to shave off 30 grand and then go do something else. They find other coins, they find other ecosystems, they go do something. But yeah, I just see it over and over and over again. And that's what we call the washing out, the washing machine. Yeah, man, it gets really, really painful when you see it. Washing out, rinsing, washing out. Eventually, though, we run out of them. So where to from here? I mean, look, man, I've got the arrow here, friends. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Hey, look, whether you think it's rigid pumping or organically, who the hell cares, dude? Does it even matter? Oh, Bitcoin's going up. Oh, it's just Roca Negra. By the way, we found out, Glass Chode, they did data analysis, and I reported this in the news, friends. This shocked me. From January this year, the net buying volume of Bitcoin from the ETF was only 5% of all the buys. Can you believe that? I'm still in shock. From all this ETF talk, Roca Negra, I'm a Wall Street guy. Wall Street's coming in to buy your bags. 5% net buying. 5. Makes you wonder how much they've been selling, right? That's right. They have been selling. They've been selling a lot. 5% net buying volume. You see? So once you put all of that into perspective, you realize they're all full of crap. Okay? This news stuff, friends, Bitcoin's already a miracle. It went from 0 to $1. Right? You know, Andreas Antonopoulos said that? I'll never forget that. He says, guys, he was talking about this when Bitcoin was, I think, $4,000. Yeah. It's like 6, 7, 8 years, a long time ago. He goes, guys, don't worry about it now. We won. He goes, the miracle is we went from 0, we hit $1, right? Bitcoin $1. Like, wow, the world understands value on the internet and scarcity. We actually hit parity to the US dollar. He goes, that's it, we win. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. It's almost like humanity. If you want to be like positive on humanity, if one person out there can just do a good deed, a good charity, donate, help, decentralized power, just do one good force of a good Samaritan deed or whatever for the world. Just one person out there, we win. You see, that's all you need, because that always snowballs, right? It does snowball into something good. Look what happened to Bitcoin. Look where we are right now. So HEX and Pulse and all these ratios, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind a 10-cent pump, huh? That'd be funny. But please, I know no one's going to listen, but please, for the love of God, if we do get an enormous pump in HEX, I don't want to see you guys dumping Pulse and PulseX and Inc. to go FOMO by the top of this. Otherwise, you've literally learned nothing. But you know what? These people, friends, they're going to have to learn the hard way, okay? Like, you got PulseX yield farms. You have Inc. He gave you a green logo token. You have HEX staking. By the way, there's PulseChain altcoins. It's like there's literally 50,000 things you can occupy yourself with instead of rotating around the core coins trying to scab 5% here and move here and there, okay? So for now, we're going to enjoy this. This is Donald Trump with the Pikachu hat, and we're going to crank it. Where do you think we're going to stop by October 31st? Have we even stopped now? This could be the top right now. Don't forget, friends. I mean, like, remember shout out to Mr. Good in my Telegram channel. I mean, like, man, we've lost so much sight, friends. Do you know how many people, all they've known is the PulseChain launch price? People don't even know that HEX was 12 cents April 2023. They don't even know that. Okay, it's like, and by the way, 12 cents is a failure to everyone. That's still like 80% down from the top. Well, it's going to be an exciting Q4, isn't it? Let's see.